One of my very favorite ways to add some personal art to my home is by framing a puzzle. We might joke that it's an old lady hobby, but it really is so fun and relaxing to have a puzzle spread out on the dining room table. And once I'm done with it, if it's a really beautiful puzzle, I have a hard time just breaking it up and putting it back away. So a couple years ago, I did some research and learned how to frame them so that I can have some custom and personalized art in my home that reminds me of one of my very favorite hobbies and makes me smile every single day. And thankfully, it is really easy and super affordable to frame a puzzle of your own. So today I'm going to show you how to do it. As you can see, I'm working right on my puzzle board with this, and I just laid down some paper towels underneath the edges of my puzzle to avoid getting glue on it. However, this did not work all that well, so if I was doing this again, I would probably lay out maybe some parchment paper or some wax paper on my table and use that instead. Once you're set up and you've got your surface protected, you're going to want to grab your rolling pin or even just a cup and use it to help press down the puzzle so that all of the pieces are fully in place and nothing's going to pop up on you. Then grab your puzzle glue and squirt it right onto the puzzle. I really like to use Mod Podge Puzzle Saver. I've used it for a ton of different puzzles over the years and it has held up really, really beautifully. I just put some directly onto the front of the puzzle, and then I grab an old credit card or even just a game card, anything that's flat and hard, and I use it to press all of the puzzle glue directly into the cracks between each of the puzzle pieces. You're just gonna hold it at a 45-degree angle and spread it all around until you can see the white glue in between each and every one of the puzzle pieces. Once it's dry, it usually takes only about 20 minutes or so. You're gonna flip the puzzle over and do the back. As you can see, my paper towel stuck a little bit because of the glue, and again, last time I did this, I used parchment paper and that was much more effective than a paper towel, but I was in a bit of a hurry. It's not completely necessary to do glue on the back of the puzzle as well, especially if you plan to just frame it and leave it alone. However, I like to change my puzzles out seasonally, so I always do the front and the back so it's a little more sturdy, and as I swap it out in the frame, I don't have to worry about it falling apart. Another great option for securing your puzzle together is some Puzzle Saver sheets. I can link that down in the description, and my only caveat about those is that they can be a bit more expensive, especially if you're planning on framing more than one puzzle, because they don't go as far as this glue does. However, they're really quick and easy to use. Once all of your puzzle glue has dried, you are ready to frame it. I really love using this frame that is made for puzzles. It has worked really well for me over the years, and I've bought it a few different times. What I really love about it is that it's deeper than a standard frame, and I can actually hold more than one puzzle in there, which makes it really easy for me to swap things out seasonally. It also comes with a nice thick cardboard backing that can add a little bit of stability to your puzzle, and this reversible mat in case your puzzle doesn't fully fill the frame. I've used this a lot of times for various sized puzzles, and it works really well. And that's really all there is to framing a puzzle. It is such a simple and affordable DIY project that can get you some really custom, beautiful art that you can display anywhere in your home. If you want sources for any of the things I shared here, I will link them down in the description so you can use exactly what I'm using to make your own custom puzzle art.